Yeah, so pretty aggravating. If I held my calls overnight, I should just held my calls. That's what I tell myself to do during Mercury retrograde is keep hold both sides of a straddle or strangle. Don't go one side. You'll make money. And so I took my calls off. I had 3 404 calls. Oh, I don't even think about it. I should have kept them on and sold them. I knew it was a bullish day. There you go. But I just expected this drop that didn't come. Well, it sort of did here in the pre-market, but I was expecting more of a drop here. Still on point. And for whatever reason, this victory card is nullified. Yeah, so I am advised to open up protection here at the end of the day. High and the low are in close proximity to each other for September. I mean, technically that's exactly what happened. Just I would have expected more of a low. Unfortunately. If I held those calls, I would have been, I'd be so happy right now. That's okay. Better than a loss. Yeah, we're still going. So trade opportunity here at the end of the day when we do some sideways fluctuations. And the high it says the high is brief. From the high, we have a notable drop. So I'm thinking we probably, I mean, that's what I thought yesterday, but I'm thinking we probably have like a move down overnight. This is bearish. We have a fast sudden move higher at the end of the day, though. Depending on where we are tomorrow, like I may put on a straddle, but that'd be the last position that I put on before retrograde, and I would only make a closing trade during retrograde. We have a big move tomorrow. mid-morning, it looks like. That's an interesting day. This is you can already feel the well, I can already feel the influence of retrograde upon like these readings. It's just they're like complex. But there's got to be a drop. There has to be a drop. This is nullified. The breakout here is nullified. We've got this at the high. 3 crisscrosses back and forth at the end of the day. 1, 2, 3, right? Actually, it would be 1, 2, 3. Another one to the upside. So we'll see, like, this will come down and then we'll go back up again. That would be a crisscross 3 times. Well, that would be the crisscross 3 times with the Virtue card. It's similar to the Queen of Cups. It's just, excuse me. It's similar to the Queen of Cups. It's just the sideways S is reversed. Check something out here regarding Mercury retrograde. Doing. All right, so excuse my French, guys. I've got a sailor's mouth. So we should see kind of like the inverse of this over the retrograde period, this move here. Yeah, so I think I'll probably put on a straddle today and just leave it, because there's 2 things that could happen. We could move higher and see an inverse like that, or we could see a reversal and an inverse like that, like the opposite version of this pattern. And that would be over the time frame of where's my 1 year? Here we go. Between the 9th and the 2nd, we would see like a reverse version of this pattern, and then between the 2nd and the 16th, we see this pattern again. Year. I'm not sure what you're asking. Thoughts on Shemitah year ending on the 25th? Wow, I just learned of this. I'm gonna think on that. I thank you. I love you. For Shemitah year, I wasn't aware of that. The Shemitah year, the Sabbath year, also called the sabbatical year or the Shavuot, or Sabbath of the land, is the 7th year of the 7th year agricultural cycle mandated by the Torah. what are your thoughts on it? I love you. Curious. Like cycles out of the Torah, I would definitely follow. Just saying. I mean, I you know, that's who I commune with. So my sense is like, it's possible we got that crest again here. Change and a brief opportunity. Yeah, see, that's also what indolence is, a brief opportunity, very brief, and then you have a decline from there. We have a big move here. This is all bearish here. Another big move towards the beginning of the early towards the early afternoon. And then there's the trade opportunities in here. So a trade opportunity in this hour, right? Let's see. I might put on a straddle right now, guys. Yeah, I'm putting on a straddle. Let's see what I'm going to put on here. Strangle, excuse me. I always get the terms confused. I mean, based on what I read, it would make sense that we'd have the end of a cycle, an agricultural cycle, based on that. But I haven't really been paying attention. I love you to like the grains and, you know, like those type of commodities. I've just really been paying attention to the metals, but I can always look into that if that's something you're interested in me looking into. Got no issue there. Alright. So now for the straddle, what are we going to do here? Sorry guys, I'm just determining what kind of strangle I'm putting on. Okay, so I'm gonna put on all right. So I put on, I got a call, a 405 call, expires on the 14th, and I got puts, 384 puts expiring on the 16th. That's likely my last trade before retrograde, my friends. I'll just be closing it. It's nice to take a break during retrograde and get other stuff done as well. But looking at the month overview, so likely what will happen is we'll appreciate to the downside. But I've seen different things where there's two ways you could have an inverted pattern there. This could continue and do the inverse. Like this right here could continue and do the inverse. Right? Or we could see a reversal right here and have an inverse. Well, in either case, we should see a reversal over the weekend. Yeah, definitely we'll look into this, especially if it's coming out of the Torah. Yeah, I mean, it would fall in line with what I've been seeing, but as far as what I see for 2023, as far as the S&P 500, it's looking pretty bullish from just a glance. Where is it? See, this is over the sneak preview card. It's the wealth card. I haven't gone in depth into 2023 yet. Let's see. Yeah, it's a bullish year. 2023 is a bullish year. So, end of a cycle and the start of a new one. Thanks for the info. I'll definitely look into that stuff. I love you. And that's a good name, too. take any questions or if there's any stocks anybody's interested in me looking into, guys. I'm doing Octobers now, but if you want to see a stock in October, let me know. Let me know what that stock is, so I'll put it on the list. I'm going to grab some water, guys. I'll give you a few minutes to ask any questions. And when I come back, I'll answer those questions, and then I'm going to log. See you in just a minute, guys. I'll be right back. That 2023 will be bullish. Shemitah is a cleansing year and then the ends of the 25th. 2023 would be better. The 7th year in the cycle was rebirth, erase deaths, etc. in the old world. Yeah, totally on point. Microsoft for Friday. Wonder if I did a Microsoft for September already. What did you want to know? Is it earnings on Friday, Hassan? Yeah, I was unaware of that. I love you. I always like learning new things, so I appreciate that. I'm going to look into this quite a bit. Oh. Sorry, guys. I was on point as far as it being a pretty bullish day. I just really expected to see a drop early on. I mean, we did. Excuse me. We did have a little dip here before the pre-market before the open, but I was expecting this to go down more, and that's where I would have gone into my longs. I should have just held my long positions. I would have made a ton of money today. Anyhow, I'm in a strangle now. Like I should have been. Microsoft for Friday. Let me see here. If I've got a September. I never did a September, so as far as you want to know if they're going to do well, Tom expects 4,800 end of year, like how? Yeah. What? 4,800. I got the oppression card, Hassan. So it doesn't bode well as far as like what's going on Friday. It might not move as much as you expect. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty interesting. I did not know that. I thought it was when you said Shemitah year. I was thinking something like Ibada. You know, some weird name. But coming from the Torah, it's actually pretty normal. Happens to my music. And I've been having so many tech issues today. It's Mercury retrograde for you. Like, it took me 20 minutes just to get on live. It's crazy. It depends on what you mean by soon, Hassan. I see a rally coming out of the retrograde. We should have a fast sudden move to the upside towards the end of this month, out of a notable decline. And it would make sense since we did some rallying that we're going to see a drop. We also have the Queen of Cups in the high position for September. Queen of Cups means we probably revisit that twice. There's some like back and forth behavior going on, so we may very well be at a high right now, and then we do another like back and forth. But when we look into October, looks like a pretty decent move to the upside out of the end of September. We have a little back trace here in this like Mercury retrograde shadow here. But when we come out of Mercury retrograde, there's a big move higher. More bullish behavior here in November. And then it looks like we've got another drop there in December. But overall, I mean, if you're looking long term, I would definitely be positioning myself for like long term gains. Like this is an opportunity, for long term gains. We may see a better opportunity. It's possible, but what I have here on the 1 year is that we see our last low, if you will, for the year in early September. Possibly, and you got to give it a little wiggle room. Possibly like 2 weeks off or so. It could be like late September. It could be late August. You got to give it a little wiggle room here. Yeah, see, we're gonna see some like back and forth behavior through this retrograde. Now, the scale can be different. That happens sometimes. What I mean by that is like right now we've got this pattern here, right? Where did it start? Right here. We've got this, right? And we should see the reverse of that over the Mercury retrograde period. But the scale, like we could have a much bigger drop and then a bigger like rally back. It would be roughly the same pattern, but the scale could be larger, it could be smaller. I don't foresee it being smaller. It could be the same as well. Oh yeah, I think we're gonna see. I thought you were talking about Microsoft. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna see higher levels for relatively soon. On a long-term scale, for sure, I see this as an opportunity. When does Mercury retrograde end? So it officially starts tomorrow. But we've been feeling the influence since August 20th. It officially ends on the 2nd of October, and the influence ends on the 16th of October. So it's quite a big retrograde. It's stretched out. And so the Mercury retrograde strategy that I've come to follow is that what happens in the shadow, this is a shadow period here. See this square here? This is my indication of Mercury retrograde, this gray over superimposed, or whatever you want to call it, overlapping translucent rectangle. And so this line here and this line here, that's a shadow period before retrograde. What happens, the pattern that forms here in the shadow period will repeat itself here. Like I said, scale can be different, time frame can be different, so it can be like squished a bit. It looks like it's possible that it would be squished a bit because it's a smaller period of time. And then in the middle, in between those two shadows, you see kind of like a reverse sort of pattern. Yeah, I'm betting on a down day, my friends. So that's based on the overview, or the 1 month overview. Completion of a rally here on the 8th. All right, we have the completion of a rally. We had a low, so we're going from like a high to a low, basically. High to low. Completion of a rally, right, on the 8th. I'm advised to open up protection here towards the very end of the day. But really what I put on, guys, is a strangle. I'm playing both directions because that's the one thing you see in Mercury retrograde is a lot of behavior now, or a lot of volatility. Now, in between, in the middle, the volatility can really peter out. Depends on what else is going on in the retrograde, astrologically. Yeah, that's, I think they probably open higher from where we close, and probably the same high, if not a little higher. So we've got completion here, you got completion here. Yeah, that's my sense. We probably have a similar high, around the same. And then from there we drop. And something pretty significant I see happening with a male ruler, likely the president, but something significant in the afternoon taking place. But to answer your question succinctly, Hassan, yeah, likely we open higher or around the same high that we had today, and we drop from there. All right, I'm gonna give you guys another minute or two. Powell speaks tomorrow at 11. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really seeing much there. Okay, well, we see Powell near the high, right? And the high is nullified. This could be Powell, the Hierophant card. Usually it's Congress, but it could definitely be Powell. So would like the Knight of Discs, but not seeing the Knight of Discs, likely it's Powell, and it's nullified at the high being early on, and then we fall from there. So he probably doesn't say stuff that the market really agrees with, or maybe that's the wrong terminology. The market doesn't really like it. What I see has to do with the male ruler of nations. Alright guys, take any last questions before I head off. Gonna get some more readings out for you guys tonight. I'll add Microsoft to the list for October as well. Alright guys. Thank you for watching. Appreciate it, really. And I'll see you guys on the next one.